Hello there. This is Dan Glazer. I'm sitting in for Dennis Aloia on Keeping It Real. And today, hey Al, how you doing?
Good, man.
Good. Today, it's a big honor. I'm so glad Dennis isn't here today, so I can interview this legend, really. His name is Zay William, and he's a legendary jazz musician and bassist for the hip-hop band Arrested Development. How are you doing, Zay?
I'm doing good, man.
Doing good. So Zay, this is a big honor having you on. You know, I host another show called Comics on Parole, and I often ask guests on, and when I'm not intimidated when I ask them on because I don't know much about them. I know they're fairly well known, but when I go to Wikipedia, that's when I become a little nervous, a little shaky, because you're an very accomplished person. So I want to ask you the right question. So let's start from the beginning. When were you? What hospital were you born in? No, I'm just kidding. No. Anyway, and by the way, I hope Dennis is feeling better. Dennis isn't feeling well. That's the only reason he's not here.
Get well, buddy.
So Zay, you're with Arrested Development.
Yes.
And Arrested Development is known all over the world.
Yes.
And when did you start playing with them?
Ooh, man, about 22 years.
So, how long have you been doing music?
Since I was 5.
5. Mm-hmm. And what was the first instrument you played?
Acoustic guitar.
And were you a savant? Just could pick it up and you just knew how to play? Or?
Well, I mean, I thought I was, but I mean, you know, I was. But my family made me put it down quite frequently.
Right.
So.
Did you take lessons or did you just know how to play?
Self-taught.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a gentleman on the show, Jerry Farber, he's a well-known comedian,
mm-hmm.
but before he was a comedian, he was a musician. He plays Beethoven, Bach, all the Broadway shows, but he doesn't know how to read music.
Wow.
It was all, he just knew how to do it. Are you that way with this, or do you?
Well, I taught myself to read too, but I don't like to say that I can read because it's, you couldn't hire me to read on the spot, but I know what I'm looking at, and if I, practice it up, then I could do it. But
when you hear something, can you play it immediately?
Not immediately, but I can,
You have an ear for it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
And you do jazz.
Well, I don't like to sell jazz.
Well, it says here, a jazz musician.
Well, he lied.
I know, the media. You can't trust the media anymore.
I'm truly just, exactly. I'm truly just a musician. I mean, I like a little bit of everything in the country. So I mix that into my originals.
Uh-huh.
So I don't, jazz is in it, but I don't want to call it jazz. Jazz is special.
Okay, very good. So you joined Arrested Development 22 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what led to that?
A friend of mine named Nakayo. I moved to Atlanta, and I was living in a recording studio that I was helping to design and everything. And he'd come in and rehearse, and heard me playing in my studio in the back room. And he said, "Man, you need to be playing with somebody." And I was just doing. I was actually with another company. We were a management company. We had Akon, and Usher, and
Wait, you worked with Usher?
Yeah, well, the company, we were called Partners in Crime back then.
With Usher was in it?
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. So you had Usher, Akon wasn't even signed yet.
Oh my God!
In fact, Akon and I met. We met Tupac. I believe it might have been his first time, but we were together.
Right.
It was my time to take
him out
to the club.
So these are all before they're big.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But before we go on, so you can appreciate his talent, let's play a little clip of one of your videos here. Let's take the first one now. So you see how talented he is. You didn't remember doing that.
No,
It was very good. I wonder what year that was. So you started before you joined Arrested Development. You say you did play with Bruce Springsteen.
Well, not play with him. We just knew him from the clubs. You know,
Uh-huh.
So I grew up in the Asbury Park area with my music.
Right.
Moving from Philadelphia to New Jersey, and so that was in the. Let's see, I went in the military in 70.
Yeah.
So you're talking like, I think I moved to New Jersey in 70. So nobody
Right.
was, people were just jamming and playing around.
Right.
So, but yeah, Bon Jovi, members of Skid Row. As a matter of fact, I forget the guy's name now, but we worked at Silverton Music together.
Oh, really?
I was teaching classes there, and he worked there also.
Right.
I want to say Sebastian.
Now, did it surprise you when Bruce Springsteen got so big? What did you think of him when you used to see him play?
Well, I loved him. There was a guy, and I'm trying to get his name. It's been years since I mentioned Lance Larson. And Lance Larson was, they all kind of sound the same. He was a great musician like Bruce Springsteen, too.
Right.
And I thought he would be gone. But Bruce ended up being the one that was gone first. And we were all proud of him. I mean, we have a club in Asbury that stands to this day called the Stone Pony.
Yeah.
And, we spent a lot of jam nights there. Bruce comes out, or would come out, and he played there anyway. He made the place famous. But when he got big, if anyone was there, Bruce always was there helping any band. We had a group guy by the name of Gary U.S. Bonds, and Bruce would be there to support, every show he was around.
Wow.
And so, we would, hang out, a little bit after the show and stuff like that.
So you had no idea he was going to be as big?
No. You never know.
I know he had to be humble, because I remember when he was about 1975, he was on the front of Newsweek magazine or Time. And they say he broke into the local places and stole them all. He didn't want them up there.
Yeah.
He was kind of a humble guy, wasn't he?
No, Bruce is he's generous. He's just an incredible. You wouldn't think someone with that who've amassed that amount of success to be as humble as him. I mean, it's almost like he doesn't have any money. Look how he dressed. He's the boss. I mean, he's a worker. He's down to earth, and and I love it. I love what he does.
Did you play with some other bands before Arrested Development? The big bands?
Oh, let me try to remember. Because 78, Clarence Franklin and I, who was Aretha Franklin's son.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He and I had a band together with Jermaine Stewart. He wasn't Jermaine at the time in 78, but he became Jermaine Stewart. He's since been gone, passed on.
Right.
He had a hit out called "We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off."
Yeah.
Anyway, he did that. Was with went to California originally in 78 with a group and the members ended up reforming and becoming a group that became pretty famous called Sound Barrier. Looked at as really one of the first all-black heavy metal groups. I was doing heavy metal rock at that time. Right.
So, how did being with Arrested Development come about?
Well, so my friend Kyle just heard me play and just said, "Man, you got to play with somebody." And I was like, I wouldn't, I had a low voltage company. I'm making money. I'm doing my thing with the management company too. And so I just figured, let me try. Anyway, just
wait. What were you doing in addition to music?
Low voltage.
A low voltage company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, phones, cables, security, cameras, smart homes.
Yeah. So when did you give that up? Once you.
When the housing bubble burst.
Oh wow! Yeah.
That kind of shut a lot of my friends down.
Yeah. So, but at least you had this.
Exactly.
So you stayed with them 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you get good benefits? 401k, health care? No, I'm just kidding. Had to throw that.
Let me look into that.
So you traveled the world and performed all over the world. So you're well known. And did you took the rest of development? In fact, let's show the last clip is Arrested Development. Let's show a little clip of that. The very last clip. Can you find that and click on that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a little bit.
How y'all feeling, DC? All right? Everybody, come on. Now check this out. Baby, you say whoa, say yeah, say whoa, yeah, whoa, 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 say yeah, say whoa, yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, and everyday people, all the everyday people, hands up, side to side, everybody. You see, hey, and it don't stop. Okay, so, yeah, check this out, family. See, I was resting at the hard mind and my own. Then it says I kick up the trouble tongue. On my radio, they play a box track. Just loud enough so folks can hear his hype. See, out of nowhere comes this woman I'm done. Investigation, maybe she was demonstrating, but nevertheless I was pleased. My day was going great and my soul was at ease until a group of brothers started bugging out, drinking the 40 ounce, going the wrong route. Disrespect.
Okay, very, very good. Did that sound? You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What year do you think that was? It's hard to play. You toured all over.
Yeah, when you play, it's a hit too, and when you play it so much, you can't remember.
Bet your family was so proud of you.
Yeah. They really were, and still are.
Are you the hometown hero?
Well, I mean, I have friends at home that they have given me respect for what I've accomplished. I mean,
Right.
I have musician friends at home.
Yeah.
You know, mine even shouting a couple of them out.
Yeah.
Butch Duffy, Donald Barnes. He's Darian Barnes, who played for Tampa Bay.
Oh, wow.
Tampa Bay's.
Wow.
When they won their Super Bowl.
Right.
Darian Barnes, his father, is a good friend of mine.
Oh, wow.
And he showed me my first song on bass. You got, a lot of people, Michael Webb.
So is he the one that switched to the bass?
Yeah. No. Actually, my girlfriend at the time, who I ended up marrying, she liked the bass better than the guitar. See, I had to keep.
I'm partial to the
like,
bass.
Yo, what's up here? Yo, I got to change this.
I've always been partial to bass versus the guitar.
Yeah, I mean, smart man.
Yeah, always have.
I mean, but
it has more kick.
But I'm a frustrated bass player.
Why?
I'm not really a bass player because I love guitar.
But you do this.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Look what I turned into.
Have all 22 years been doing the bass with the Arrested Development?
Oh, yeah.
In fact, you're practicing on this particular instrument right now.
Yes, sure.
Let's hear a little tune.
Yeah,
Little doodle.
Yeah, this is
Doodle ditty.
Yeah, this is one I'm using on my album. So. Sorry, guys.
Go ahead. Now, you're studying this particular instrument for your album, is that correct?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And why this particular instrument?
I love acoustic. I'm a frustrated guitarist. So my band is called Me Morpheus, so I have an upright bass player.
Right.
So I can be able to be a frustrated bass guitarist.
Right.
On bass. And The whole band's acoustic. There's no electric, nothing at all. Just
Right.
upright acoustic guitar, acoustic bass, drums,
Right.
guest saxophone, keyboard, and vocals.
And you never tried to sing? Because I know you have a good singing
No,
voice.
I've attempted to sing.
We were talking about Colonel Bruce Hampton, who's been on the show, and you could tell when he talks, he has a great singing voice. You sound to me like you would have a good singing voice.
No.
So we're all going to gather when you take a shower to hear if you sing in the shower.
Now wait a minute. Now I'm the man. Now,
How?
It's the place you got to catch. Now the shower. Oh, I'm definitely the man.
You're good in the shower. Singing's good in the shower.
You got.
Who isn't? Who isn't?
Exactly.
Who isn't? Now, interesting thing about the Arrested Development, they wrote the songs for movies. They did Malcolm X, correct?
Yep.
And did that win a Grammy, or they were just simply a Grammy? Well, they're the band of the year in 1992 in the Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah.
But they did for Malcolm X. Was it all the music for Malcolm X?
No. Just Revolution. A song called Revolution.
And Spike Lee came to them.
Yeah.
To write this.
Yeah. To write that.
And they got no other movie soundtracks other than that?
No. Speech did one. It was we did one after the Hootie and the Blowfish tour.
Oh, really?
What was that movie? It was funny when we did this movie. This is funny. He gets a call to do a movie. I think it's the Ninja Turtles. I think it's the Ninja Turtles, and
Really?
so I can't wait. We do the song. It comes on in the movies. And I want to go see it and hear it, and you hear it real low. I'm talking about real low. While the woman is driving through the neighborhood, like looking for a house or something. And you hear the song we did very low, like it's on AM radio.
Oh, my God.
I was like, oh, man.
Isn't that terrible?
It's terrible.
Oh, my God. That's so disappointing. So, we had a gentleman a comedian on the show the other day, and he went to be an extra in a movie they filmed in Atlanta. I can't say the name, but I can call it Schmeiderman. It rhymes with Schmeiderman. And, the guy, the Webs and all that. Anyway, and they gave him 2 lines. Worked all day. Then they called him back to do the next day, and he says, 10 to 1, it won't be I won't ever see it. It'll never end up on the clip. That had to be so disappointing. My God.
Yeah.
We're heartbroken.
Yeah.
Did you buy the album and kind of listen to it again, the soundtrack?
You got to do that because your name's on it. So at least you got,
That's amazing. So did you heard the music in Malcolm X, though?
Yes. No, that was there, yeah.
They, now, tell us, put in a time capsule, your experience with Arrested Development.
Wow.
You meet celebrities all over the world, perform with bands all over the world, get women all over the world. It had to be a chick magnet thing.
No. I'm a musician.
I had to ask you. We want to throw action, sex, and adventure into this.
Well, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
That's right. But what was your experience?
But well, the crazy thing is coming from out of in the field, doing low voltages, as I said, from an office, and then down I'm playing in front of it was a dream 20, come 30,000. Yeah, but the thing is, I was older when it happened. I was like 35. So I was mature.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was mature. You know what I mean?
So were you not doing it professionally before?
No. I mean, I played in bands.
But not real professionally.
Yeah. Well,
semi.
Yeah, but not on this level. No.
That's shocking. Did it shock you?
Yeah, I quit the band 3 times.
Why?
On tour.
Why?
Because I didn't feel adequate. I mean, because I'd sit and play in the studio. But it was like, now the strings felt like they were like...
Did they beg you to come back?
No, he just told me not to. I wasn't going anywhere, basically. He just like, no, man, we need you, man. We need you. And I was like,
you were far better than you realized. You had to know you were good.
I quit the band 3 times.
Okay. Why were you... You just felt inferior?
Yeah, it just wasn't... I mean, just imagine going from small whatever on bass that I've done to playing in front of Hootie and the Blowfish's crowd. And it was so... Listen, the crowd was so loud.
Right.
When, with all the amplification we had, it wasn't loud enough for the crowd. I was like in my head, because I never experienced, I was like, y'all need to shut up.
Did you feel like you weren't worthy of this?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, I wasn't cutting it.
Let's show how worthy you are. go to the next clip. This is Zay playing solo in Prague. Prague. Is it pronounced Prague?
Prague, yeah.
We got my man Zay on bass guitar. Brother Zay, can you do a little something for the people of Prague tonight, bro?
This is a very modest man. He often did solos like that in the group, in the band, right? People were oohing and awing over your playing.
Well,
so you did that quite often then, right? With the band, when you played with the band.
Yeah.
So you're very humble.
I don't know. I don't know about all that. I mean, it's just
very, very
facts,
humble. Now you're working on an album, right?
Yes.
And you brought a young lady to be in. She's working, Rebecca.
Yeah, Rebecca Knott. Yeah.
And how did you discover this young lady?
A friend of mine, Aaron, had known I was looking for singers and instrumentalists, and said, "Man, I have someone you really need to hear." And brought her over, and she hasn't left yet. So,
would you mind if we bring her up to play a little song?
No,
you stay here, Rebecca. You get up here. Come on, young. This is a classically trained singer and guitarist. Don't forget the guitar.
I'm not a classically trained guitarist.
Don't argue with me.
Just letting you know.
I know. Singer. You're a classically trained singer, right?
Correct.
Exactly. I meant to say that.
Soprano.
Why don't you sing us a little tune and play a little tune?
I was thinking, Zay, do you want me to sing something classically and you try to play it back?
Well, not
Bach, Handel.
Bach? No, that'll be too much for me right now.
No,
go ahead and no.
Give him a little jig. Do a little country. I'm from Georgia.
What key you want to do?
B flat major.
Very good.
Had to catch
Stay there,
up.
stay there. So, thank you for tuning in to Keeping It Real. Dennis, Aloia, we hope you're feeling... You have nice hair.
Well, thank you.
Dennis, we hope you are feeling better, but thank you for being sick today so I can interview one of the most important people you've ever had on your show. But we do hope you feel better. Thank you, Rebecca.
Dennis.
Thank you, Jay. Everyone,
welcome,
say
Dennis.
goodbye to the audience. Thank you. Dennis will be back on the next show.